Hey guys, my name is Aubrey Guerin, and I want to talk to you today about posting. So, one of the first things that you're going to want to start doing when you start your plexus business is to share about the products and the opportunity. And one of the best ways to do that is to post on your social media. Now, here are some things that you need to think about before you post on social media. First of all, you need to think about your mindset. It's likely, because this is something that you haven't necessarily done before, if this is new to you, that you may have a little fear about it. Typically, we fear things that are new and different and we haven't done before because we're not comfortable with them. And so one of the best ways to get comfortable with posting on social media is just to start posting, okay? But if you are afraid, if you're worried about what people are going to think about you, that's normal. Congratulations, you're human. I felt that way too in the beginning. So there's a couple of things that you can do. First of all, I want you to think about if you believe that these products can help somebody, if you believe that the products can help people with their health or that they can help people with their finances to make some extra money right now when everything's so expensive, then who are you thinking about if you don't post? I'm going to kind of turn this around for you. If you don't post, you are worried about what people are going to think about you. So you're actually thinking about yourself. So here's the deal. If you truly believe that these products can help people with their health and with their finances, then you're going to want to post because you have something that can help people. And not posting is actually more selfish than posting. It seems like you think that you're just posting to get yourself a sale. But the cool thing about our business is we have products that truly change people's lives in little ways and big ways. And so sharing these products actually gives people an opportunity to be successful with their health, with their finances, maybe just to build a community with a bunch of like-minded, positive, successful, happy people. A lot of people don't have that. So you want to share because you know that people need to hear about this. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing you need to think about is that you are starting, you're starting a business, you're going to make some money, but you haven't made any money yet. And so you don't really need to spend money. Well, guess what? Posting on social media is a free way to tell people about what you're doing and to try to find those people that are interested. So it's a great free way. Now, could you go pay money for advertisement somewhere? Could you go pay thousands of dollars for a billboard? Sure. But should you? No, that's dumb. You literally have the chance to post something for free, to share something that you have that could help other people. Now, what if you don't really believe that it can help other people? What if you don't know the power of what you've got? I mean, you can believe because I've seen results for 9.5 years, and you could read, hear my story. You could also look at Bridget's story or Monique's story or Monique's children's story. Look at Angela's story. You could start with that. But also, there are lots of testimonies out there in our social wellness club group that we can connect you with, where you can read testimonies and you can build your belief so that you can be excited about what the plexus products and the plexus business have done to help people and change their lives. Okay, so you may not believe yet, you may not feel strongly about that. Believe me, you will. Okay, so a few of the biggest issues that people have when trying to post is that they're scared they'll upset or offend people, or they don't feel like they know what to say. So I can help you with both of these. Like I said, we're not worried about offending people. We should be more worried about not sharing what we know could help people and them having health issues that we could have helped with. Sadly, I have heard some stories about people, and I've even had some myself, where somebody has actually passed away from something that maybe I could have helped them with. And I was scared to talk to them because I didn't think they'd be interested. But now I'm like, maybe I should have talked to them. Maybe I should have shared. It's totally up to them if they want to purchase or not. But what's my responsibility is to share. In the Bible, in Ezekiel, he talks about being a watchman for God's people. And God tells Ezekiel, hey, your job is just to warn the people. Your job is to tell the people what you know, what you've seen, what I've told you. It's their choice whether they listen to you or not. That's okay. Your job is just to spread the word, okay? So in this instance, we know of things that can help people, and our job is just to get the information out there. And we do that through a combination of posting and messaging people. It's sales is the marketing. The posting is it's sales and marketing. So the sales is the messaging people. The marketing, the advertising is the posting. Today we're talking about posting. The other thing that's hard for people sometimes is, what do I post? So I will connect you with things that you can post about. We will give you some ideas. There are lists of things you can post about in our Team Abundant Life page, but also on Facebook, but also in that Social Wellness Club page. There are a lot of testimonies. All you have to do is go look in that page, look for a testimony that sticks out to you, like scroll the page, look for a testimony that you're like, wow, that's awesome. I know some people that could benefit from that. You can even use the little magnifying glass and type in things. Like if you have friends that struggle with migraines or energy or menopause, you could type in menopause and then see what testimonies pop up. And then you can take that and you can copy and paste that testimony and put it on your feed. And you can say, you know what? I saw this testimony today and I wanted to share it because I know that so many of my mama friends are dealing with hot flashes or are so frustrated with the weight gain that comes from menopause. And I just wanted to show you that you don't have to be miserable. These products are helping people. Maybe they could help you too. Message me or comment if you want to hear more. And then you throw up that testimony, okay? So it doesn't have to be something that you sit down and write out like a 10-minute testimony. Like you can literally just take stories that pop out to you for some reason, or that you feel like you can relate to, or you feel like somebody you care about could relate to, and then you can go share that testimony. That's one of the best ways to post. Here are some other post ideas though, and I will send y'all some lists of these things. Just look for the ways that the products are helping you in your everyday life. So you could mix up a pink drink and take a picture of yourself with a pink drink and say, so glad that I've got my happy juice today because the kids are extra, or we've been home from school for this long and I'm so glad to have my happy juice. Or, want to know my secret to having energy despite having 4 kids and a full-time job? This orange drink right here. Message me if you want to know more about it. So you could do things like that. You could even take some pills out of the bottle and put them in your hand and say that you could point and say, who struggles with sleep? This is my sleep miracle gummy. Because we have the sleep gummies and they're special. So like you can take any product that you take and think about, here's the thing. Think about the problem that it solves, okay? People say facts tell, stories sell. You don't want to look at the facts and the figures and the details. You want to think about, what problems do these products solve for me? What problems do these products solve for other people? One of the things you might do that we could do as a group, or you could just do, is make a list of problems that you had before you started Plexus. Health problems, financial problems. Go ahead and make a list of things that were like, were you tired? Could you not get off the couch? Did you not have the energy to go to the grocery store? Were you snapping at your kids? Were you too tired to make dinner and going through the drive-thru? Were you too tired to make dinner and making microwave pizza? I mean, maybe that's not wrong. Were you living on 6 cups of coffee a day? Were you bloated? Were you constipated? Were you taking vitamins but not feeling like they were doing anything for you? Were you drinking way too many sodas? Like, I don't know what the problem was, but think about how it made you feel. Think about the problem that you were having and how you felt. Think about those emotions, because here's the deal. Like Angela, y'all know Angela, she struggled with RA, rheumatoid arthritis. Most of the people on her Facebook may not have rheumatoid arthritis. So Angela could go say, oh, I'm so glad that my rheumatoid arthritis is better. Thank you, Plexus. I mean, she might reach a couple of people that have rheumatoid arthritis, but everybody who has rheumatoid arthritis would be like, well, I don't have rheumatoid arthritis, so I guess those products can't help me. But she could talk about, Oh my goodness. I was in so much pain that I couldn't get off the couch. I couldn't take care of my dad. I was so tired and in so much pain that all I wanted to do was lay on the couch and cry. And I watched my poor dad and I thought, I wish I could help him, but I couldn't because all I could do was lay on the couch and cry. But with these products, I'm not in pain anymore. My day feels manageable. My mood is better. My spirit is better. I have hope again. I can get up and go do the things. So do you see how that's different? It's the same situation. The products helped with her rheumatoid arthritis, but she's talking about how that showed up in her life, what problems that caused in her life, how she felt, what she was experiencing, what she was lacking because of not having that health. And then she shared what she can do now because of the products. And that's going to relate to almost everybody on her feed, because there's people out there that are exhausted and don't know that they don't have to feel exhausted. There's people out there that are in pain and don't know that they don't have to be in pain. There's people out there that just feel sick and blah and can't sleep, and they don't know that there are answers. Our bodies were so beautifully designed by the master creator to work perfectly. And, we've just been in the habit of screwing them up ever since Genesis chapter 3. So when your body gets out of whack, it needs some help to get back to the way that God created it. And that's what our products do. They work with your body to help it get back to the balanced, happy state that God intended it for it to be in. Okay, so you want to share that in your posts. So that's that. And you also want to talk about some of the financial problems. If you've made money with the business, you can talk about how that money, while it may seem small, helped you to do this. Like, I had a team member once that was able to go shopping and let her children pick their cereal instead of having to buy the Malto meal cereal. That's a big deal. Most people are out there looking for just a little bit of extra money because they don't believe that they could make the big bucks like I make. Okay, so if I go out there and talk about, I'm making 6 figures with Plexus, you should join me. They're like, that's great for you, but I could never do that. However, if you go out there and talk about the little bit that your bonus is covering, that's relatable. I know a Jewel got to the top level of our company, and the reason she decided to start was because she saw a friend post about buying a teddy bear at Sam's for her daughter. And she was like, I want to be able to buy a teddy bear for my daughter just because I feel like it, not because it's her birthday or anything. And she did it, and so much more. Okay, so don't think that your story is too small. That goes for the products too. If you just have a little bit of extra energy, if you just lose a little bit of weight, if you feel a little bit better, if you have a little bit less pain, if you can do a few more things, if you can walk a little more, share that, because that's going to relate to people. It doesn't have to be big to relate to people. They're more likely to relate to the smaller things because they don't believe the big things are possible for them, okay? So that's my tips for sharing about the business and about the products. Think about the pain points. Think about the problems that people have that your products solve, and then talk about one of those per post. You don't want to talk about a lot of problems per post because then people just get overwhelmed. And that's good news because one story can stretch out to several different posts because you're talking about one problem, one feeling in each one. For example, I know some people that were not able to fly because they'd have to buy 2 seats because they were too big to fit in one seat. And so they were able to lose weight, and they were able to fit in one seat with a belt extender, but still in one seat. And that was huge for them. Do they have a long way to go? Yes, but that's progress, and that's something that's relatable. So that's what I want to say about posting about the business and the products. I will do a separate video to talk about your personal posts because your personal posts are really important. But let's just start with making a list of problems you had before Plexus or problems you still have that you were hoping that Plexus will help you with, and then making a list of ways that Plexus has helped you, and then try to make some posts out of that. And also going and looking in the Social Wellness Club page and look for a testimony that you can relate to and post that. Now remember, the goal with posting is not to be like, I made this perfect post and now 50 people are joining my team or want to buy it. It's a gradual changing of people's opinions about the products. So right now they don't think they need the products, but you're going to continue posting and exposing them to what the products can do. And over time, Some people, it takes a lot of time. Some people, it doesn't take much time. But over time, they will see what the products can do, and they will start to become curious, and they will either reach out to you or you can reach out to them and have a conversation. But it's a process of posting regularly and consistently so people know that you're serious about this. This is not just some fad, and so that people can have multiple exposures that add up to making them want to try your products. You can do this in your main feed, and you can also do this in your stories. I like to do some of both. So one day I might post a main feed post, and then the next day I might post in my stories. And on the alternate days, I'm posting personal things on my main feed and in my stories, okay? So these are just a few tips for you guys. There's so much more I can tell you about posting, and I'm going to do some more videos about posting. But let's just start with this. Let me know your thoughts and your homework. Make that list of problems you had before Plexus and ways that Plexus has helped you. And, just go check out and post a testimony that you can relate to. Okay, bye.